Hi, I'm John of John's Carnivorous Plants. This is my indoor nursery, and today we're talking about stratification. So, stratification is a fancy term for a seed that requires some kind of treatment, particularly of either being hot or too cold to elicit a chemical reaction in the seed coat to allow it to be more permeable to water. Now, to break down all of the big terms that I just said there, basically, there's plants like the ones that grow natively around me here in Ohio, that because of the very, very, very hellaciously cold winters, they have developed chemical compounds in their like seed coat that allows them to survive the winter by becoming impermeable to water during this phase. Because if you freeze and you're in a small, tight little seed, you're going to end up shattering against yourself. Or like the water will freeze and push you into the side of the wall, killing you. Or numerous different things. Break the seed open, letting it dehydrate, and just all kinds of terrible things. So if you are hermetically sealed and you are not taking on extra water from what you need and you freeze, you're not going to break. So that's the advantage of why do these plants need a stratification period, is that they're trying to get through the winter period without the seed becoming damaged. The chemical reaction of the cold on the seed basically slowly breaks down the seed coat. And then whenever the seed heats back up in the summer, well, the spring and summer, then it's more permeable to the spring rain. It's able to get more moisture, break, and sprout. Now, that process is very easy outside, but indoors can be a little bit trickier. So in my last video, I was going over that I use these little cloner cups, as I call them, little 2-ounce plastic cups from grocery stores or wherever that you use for Jello shots or dressing or whatever. There's numerous different uses for these little guys, but I use these for starting my seeds. I will take my seeds, sow them directly on the top of this, give them about 5 milliliters of water, which I always use a pipette for. You can pick those up, big old bag of those up on Amazon for like $2-3. But yeah, you get done with your moisturizing and whatnot and sowing the seed, close it up, go ahead, toss it in your fridge. I leave mine usually on the bottom shelf in the back, so it's usually out of the way so my fiance or other people don't just go and throw them away, or my kids don't come in and grab them and throw them around thinking that they're dirt cake or something. That has happened before, and that's kind of why I do use those and then tape them. Makes it a little harder for the kids to open. Nothing worse than finding out your kid has eaten your Sarracenia seeds. And the fact is like everything that was in the package was completely inedible. Gotta love it when that happens. Despite that, and moving on, whenever you put them in the fridge, you are simulating the winter period. So some plants require 4 to 6 weeks. Some can require up to 2 months, so 8 weeks. And then there's a few that you can even just get by with 2 weeks. Man, I don't know what's going on. I'm getting an allergy attack right now. It's making my nose all itchy and whatnot. Yeah, sorry. But whenever you get done with the stratification process, you could just take them out and leave it out and it'll just grow as normal. So for me, the benefit of this is the ease of which I take them out of the fridge, put them right down underneath my light like I would my other ones. Just be good to go. And I'll start seeing germination typically with the plants that will require cold stratification, typically within a month to 2 months. So cobra lilies, Sarracenia, temperate sundews, Venus flytraps. I think I mentioned Sarracenia, I'm mentioning it again. But basically, these plants are the ones that require some kind of stratification, and you will need to perform some kind of form of stratification on them. And like when I mean some form, I've seen people do all kinds of things, like sow them right on top of a pot and just leave them outside. By far the easiest method. I personally don't recommend that because there's too many variables, and if you paid good money for your seeds, even if it was just you paid, 10 cents per seed, I still want you to get every penny of your value out of your seeds. And the best way I can guarantee that is if you had them sealed and then move them once they've germinated. So like, for example, I'll even start Sarracenia in those small little cups. As soon as the seedling starts germinating and I see it start growing, then I'll take a little spoon or forceps or something like that, go in, grab them, scoop it out, put it in its own little pot and let it go about its way. But overall, that is a much better method for dealing with stratification. Now, if you're looking for more specifics on stratification, there's all kinds of information into the chemistry and whatnot of it that I'm not the best source for. Definitely go searching around in like a botanical textbook or, well, a botany or horticultural textbook. You'll probably find a little bit more information there about the actual chemistry involved, because it is a very interesting subject that if I ever try diving into as the, you know, somewhat brain dead horticulturalist I am, it will not be something rather informative for you. Instead, it'll just come off as me babbling more than usual about something that I'm not exactly qualified for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. Like I was saying, 4 to 6 weeks for most species in the fridge. Keep them covered in a container. You can even use like a little plastic Tupperware container or something like that you're using for storing food, like, you know, your leftovers and whatnot. That also works if you don't want to go, you know, with one of these. Which these, I like these because smaller space, smaller water, smaller impact. Seeds don't need a whole big old container. But if it's all you have, it's all you have. Another thing to keep note of before I let you go here, you can have mold issues and fungal issues in your fridge, which it seems kind of oxymoronic, but yes, stuff does already mold in your fridge as is. Your plant stuff will also mold. So make sure you keep an eye on your stuff. And if it is getting moldy, you can take it out and use some water, spray it down. Even if it isn't molding, I'd recommend every so often taking it out for like, you know, 10-15 minutes, open it up, give it a little spritz with a spray bottle or something, wet her down, and then let it dry for, you know, 2-3 minutes, put it back in. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. All these things help the channel out a lot, helps me, makes it so other people see this video and it gets spread out to more people. Please join the Discord if you would like to chat with me directly. I do plant talks every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also we do monthly giveaways and all kinds of other stuff. There's all kinds of cool people on there too, so come hang out. Also, if you want to support this channel even further, please go to my website, johnscarnivorousplants.com, and come buy a plant. Oh, excuse me. All these beautiful plants do need homes, and I would be remiss if none of you bought them, because that means I wouldn't be able to continue doing this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.